Thank you, President. This ordinance has spent months in committee with lots of discussion and community input. To my knowledge, I have not turned down one meeting request from anyone specific to the support or concerns, and it comes after spending a significant amount of time in community related to engagement and assessment. And before we open the discussion tonight, I want us to start with being on the same page, which is to say there are lots of problems to be solved in our community, lots of problems. Yes, it is true we have a significant deficit in an array of housing needs. Yes, it is true that we have gaps in behavioral health services and our response. We also have communities where our inability to uphold any community standards related with use of public space has a disproportionate impact on those most reliant on that public space, those who have less connection, less housing choice, and an array of collective disadvantage related with health, income, access, just to name a few. If it isn't clear what this ordinance hopes to achieve, it is possible you may not live in a neighborhood where you see the challenges daily. If anyone is interested in learning more, I would encourage looking at the publicly available data around where we see high concentrations of neighbors in crisis encamped. What you will find is that an issue not equally felt across our community. It is disproportionately found in qualified census tracts and in areas with less disposable capacity to offset any challenges. So the ordinance seeks to address the use of public space in 3 different portions of existing code. The first section is in the protections section, and it essentially allows more time for outreach to respond before something constitutes an encampment. It takes it from 48 hours to 72 hours. And it also provides protections for those in encampments that don't present imminent risk. This request was made by our Home Services Division in response to the fact that the target was largely arbitrary and was not realistic in terms of what their capacity is to uphold. The second substantive change involves parks. Parks has had an existing policy that says no camping. What we had ordinance was language that said only overnight camping was prohibited. What this ordinance does is it clearly defines camping. That is, for the purposes of this section, camping shall mean the use of a park location for temporary accommodation purposes or habitation. It also includes facilities so that no person shall prevent the shared use of a park facility or asset otherwise open to the public. And again, if we're left wondering what the point is, as has been raised by some in the media, I would say the point is that those most dependent on parks and access to it may want to ensure access to, say, our ball field dugouts or pavilions in our park system. The third piece that this ordinance seeks to address is the section previously titled Blocking Sidewalks. When we started down this path with our partners, we were told this section was unconstitutional, that it was a layover from pre-merger and couldn't be enforced. We've retitled it about personal property obstructing pedestrian traffic on public ways and have allowed for enforcement in a civil process which doesn't contain a fine and instead removes possessions if blocking access to the right-of-way. With that, I am happy to answer questions, and I would encourage any of the co-sponsors to share experience. And I appreciate all the work that has gone into this. We have certainly shifted in response to the feedback we've received from the community This is not the same ordinance that we started with, and I'm confident we're in a much better place with it in terms of what it hopes to achieve and what is important for all community members in Metro. Thank you.